Superman might seem like an invincible superhero, but he has his weaknesses, and his mortality is a big part of what makes him relatable despite his godlike abilities. Sure, he can survive explosions, fly through the sun, and shrug off bullets like they're raindrops, but he is not untouchable. Kryptonite, magic, or even just overwhelming force from someone like the Anti-Monitor or Darkseid can take him down, although these two have never actually killed him. So here in this video we will showcase 7 beings who have actually put him 6 feet under and how they did it. Let's get to it. The first one, Murderman. The first time Superman officially dies in a comic happens in Superman issue 188 from 1966. The story, The School for Superman Assassins, was written by Otto Binder and follows a group of intergalactic criminals called the Galaxy Crimeteers, who set up a training program to teach their members on how to kill Superman. They use a Superman android as a practice dummy, and one of their top students, a guy named Zuniel, also called Murderman, proves himself by defeating the android. As a reward, Zuniel gets a shot at the real Superman. He uses Kryptonite radio waves to actually kill the Man of Steel, bringing Superman's lifeless body back to his home planet later on to celebrate with his fellow villains. Of course, this is a Superman comic, so by the end of the issue, Superman comes back to life. But for a brief moment, Zuniel goes down in history as the first character to successfully kill the Man of Steel. Number 2, Doomsday. So Doomsday is one of Superman's most infamous and relentless adversaries, a creature whose very existence is synonymous with death and destruction. Known as the Slayer of the Man of Steel, Doomsday has proven time and time again that he is one of the few beings capable of standing toe-to-toe with Superman and even killing him. Doomsday's reputation as Superman's executioner began in the iconic 1992 storyline called The Death of Superman. Doomsday returns stronger and deadlier in the 1994 storyline called Hunter/Prey. Having evolved beyond his prior weakness, the creature becomes an even greater threat. Here he almost killed Superman again, if not for a strange plot twist. Then Doomsday Killer legacy crossed into the realm of cinema in Zack Snyder's 2016 movie called Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice. In this adaptation, Doomsday is created from the corrupted DNA of General Zod and Lex Luthor's experiments with Kryptonian technology. In the last fight of the movie, Superman and Doomsday killed each other, sending the storyline of the Snyderverse into a somber retreat. Number 3, Lex Luthor. So Lex Luthor, one of the arch enemies of Superman, had a chance to kill Superman once. While the Silver Age comics had its share of imaginary stories, something that would be referred to as alternate universes or Elseworld stories today, and many of them involve Lex Luthor killing the Man of Steel. However, these are treated as imaginary. But in the DC Universe online game, we get the real deal. After years of constant battle, the endgame happened on Metropolis with a wide range of metahumans battling it out for survival. After the biggest Black Adam Shazam that left most of the heroes disoriented or dead, Lex Luthor on his power suit emerged and manhandles Wonder Woman, which caused her to scream and thus awaken a fully solar-charged Superman. The Man of Steel easily dominates Luthor and Black Adam, killing the latter. But as he was about to try and save Wonder Woman, he suddenly was weakened by the Kryptonite rocks in her mouth. Luthor, with another weapon of Kryptonite, a spear, then thrust it into Superman and killed him, marking the only time he had ever done so officially. Number 4, Superboy Prime. In the climactic Infinite Crisis issue 7 of 2006, written by Geoff Johns, the DC Universe witnesses one of the most pivotal battles, reshaping reality itself. The story opens in the midst of a cosmic-scale conflict that culminates in the merging of multiple Earths into a single unified reality. Superboy Prime refuses to accept the merged Earth as his new home, yearning instead for the return of his original universe. His obsession with restoring the Earth's Prime universe drives him into a desperate and violent crusade. The heart of the issue revolves around a devastating confrontation between him, Superboy Prime, Kal-El, EL, from the main DC universe, and Kal-El, with just El, the Superman of Earth 2. Kal-El, the second one, an elder version of Superman who hails from the Golden Age, stands as a symbol of hope and legacy. But in this brutal encounter, Superboy Prime's unchecked rage proves fatal. In a harrowing and emotional moment, he beats Kal-El to death, silencing one of the DC multiverse's most iconic heroes. Number 5. Energy Superman. In the DC Rebirth era, the New 52 Superman meets his end in the emotional story arc called The Final Days of Superman, which concludes with Superman issue 52. This arc ties up with the New 52 version of the Man of Steel's journey. The story revolves around a tragic series of events stemming from a villain called Denny Swan, also known as the Energy Superman. Swan becomes consumed with the idea of replacing Kal-El as the one true Superman. Fueled by his warped sense of destiny and immense energy-based powers, he seeks to eliminate the original Superman to solidify his claim to the mantle. In a climactic moment, Superman defeats the Energy Superman once and for all, incinerating Denny Swan in the process with a massive solar flare. However, the effort comes at a great cost, as in the fight, Kal-El's prolonged exposure to Kryptonite, coupled with the strain of the solar flare, overwhelmed his already weakened body, which led to the poisoning spreading rapidly, thus sealing his fate. Number 6. Gog. Superman's mortality has rarely been seen or been striking as it was with Gog, a time-warping villain introduced in the Kingdom storyline, a sequel to the legendary Kingdom Come. Gog started off as William, an ordinary man from Earth 22 who was granted immense power over space and time by the Phantom Stranger. The intention? To help him prevent his world from becoming like Earth Prime. But instead of becoming a savior, William's mind broke under the strain of his new abilities, transforming him into the vengeful and unhinged Gog. Obsessed with proving his superiority, Gog used his ability to manipulate time to travel back a single day and kill that day's version of Superman. This gruesome routine turned into an endless cycle of slaughter. Day after day, Gog traveled through the time stream, killing countless versions of Superman from alternate timelines. Gog's rampage left hundreds of dead Supermen in his wake and created a chaotic surplus of alternate timelines without Superman, threatening to rip the entire time stream apart. And number 7. Batman. This story unfolds in the dark days, the casting of the DC Rebirth overarching theme. On Earth 1, Batman's worst fears came true in the most horrifying way imaginable when Superman eventually snapped, murdering Lois Lane and embarking on a bloody rampage that claimed countless innocent lives. Unable to reason with his former ally, his friend, Batman confronted Superman head-on. However, Superman proved too powerful. In a devastating moment, he disarmed Batman, quite literally, severing the arm holding the Kryptonite spear. With cold mockery, Superman voiced his disappointment, joking that after years of debate about who would win in a fight, Batman's best weapon was just a spear. But Bruce had planned for this. The spear was nothing more than a diversion to distract Superman from a modified strain of the Doomsday virus. With grim resolve, Batman injected himself with the virus, transforming into a monstrous version of Doomsday called the Devastator. And what followed was brutal, a titanic clash of sheer power. In his new Doomsday form, Batman as the Devastator unleashed his full fury, relentlessly pummeling Superman across the battlefield. Their fight was catastrophic, leveling entire sections of the city. The final blow came when Batman drove a massive spike through Superman's chest, piercing his heart and ending the rogue Kryptonian's rampage once and for all. So those are 7 beings who have killed Superman. So that's Murderman, Doomsday, then Lex Luther, Superboy Prime, the Energy Superman, Gog or Magog, and Batman. Anyway, that's all I have to say about the Superman killers of the DC Universe. So support us by liking and subscribing, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, fam.